Hey, you guys, thanks for listening in to this episode of Tips with T. On today, I want to inform my listeners about how or when you need to file the BOI report to tell you about it, when you need to file it, if you are a business owner, if you own a corporation, LLC, all that good stuff, because a new law or new act was passed by the CTA. All right. So the CTA is the Corporate um, Transparency Act, and they had made it a law on January the 1st, 2024. A new reporting requirement went into effect that requires millions of small business owners to file a beneficial ownership information report with the United States Department of Treasury Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Okay. You guys, during COVID, it was a lot of fraudery going on. So now there are trying to make sure that people are who they say they are when it comes to their business. All right. So um what is the purpose of the CTA Act? It is mainly a anti-money laundering law. And Congress states that bad actors seek to conceal their ownerships of corporations, LLC, or smaller entities in the United States to facilitate money laundering, financing of terrorism, tax fraud, and other illegal acts. And according to Congress, federal legislations providing for the collections of beneficial ownership information is needed to protect national interests and better enable effects to counter those illegal acts. Okay, like I said, we had a lot of illegal activity going on during COVID. All right, so who has to file a BOI report? Every corporation, LLC, or other entity created by the filing of a document with a Secretary of State or similar office under the law of a state or Indian tribe is required to file a BOI report unless it qualifies for an exemption. Those entities created in the United States and not exempt and therefore required to file a BOI report are called domestic reporting companies. Certain entities created in the foreign countries and registered to do business in the United States are also required to file a BOI report and are called foreign reporting companies. All right. So who is exempt from filing a BOI report? Um, it varies. They have a list. It's 23 categories on the actual website. I will be including the link to that website here in the show notes so you guys can go look at it to see if you are exempt from it. But I know banks, credit unions, money service businesses, security brokers and dealers, pool investment vehicles, public utilities, accounting firms, those type of entities are exempt, but make sure that's just a few of them. It's 23 categories. So make sure you go and see whether your business is exempt or not, because you might not have to file it. All right. Um, and then there's also an exemptions for large operating companies. Okay. So make sure you go and see if you are exempt because your company might not have to file this. All right. And basically, the beneficial owner is anyone who owns at least 25% or more of interest in the business. Um, so you guys, if you even have partners, you guys will need to go and fill this form out. Make sure it's filed, make sure it doesn't have any errors. If it does have errors in the file when you first file it, you have 30 calendar days to go back and try to correct it, okay? Once you are aware of it. There are no fee to file this report. However, it is steps you have to do in order to before you can file the report. So just make sure you guys visit the website um to file this report. Okay. And then you guys, so when do I need to file this report? Um, to the state, to the federal government. So a reporting company created or registered to do business before January the 1st, 2024 will have until January the 1st, 2025 to file its initial beneficial ownership information report. A reporting company created or registered on or after January the 1st, 2024 and before January the 1st, 2025, will have 90 calendar days after receiving notice of the company's creation or registration to file the initial BOI report. The 90-day deadline runs for the time the company received the actual notice that its creation or register is effective, or after a Secretary of State or similar office first provides public notice of its creation or registration, whichever one is earlier, okay? Reporting companies created or registered on January the owner after January the 1st, 2025 will have 30 calendar days from the actual or public notice that the company creation or registration is effective to file their initial BOI reports with the federal government. Okay, so you need to make sure you are filing these on time, because there are penalties, you guys, for not filing these on time. I'm trying to get to the penalty part. And the penalties, you guys, they are kind of hefty, okay? So make sure you guys are filing these reports on time. If you do not know how to file these reports, I will highly suggest that you will seek an accountant to help you file these legal documents, to help you file these reports. Because like I said, they are fees, and these fees does add up. These fees do cost. I mean, they are not playing no games, you guys, when it comes to um getting these reports in to the federal government. Like I said, during COVID, we had a lot of fraud going on. So due to all the fraud and the money laundering and things of that nature, we now have to take extra measurements when it comes to our business and filing additional documents. So make sure you guys are filing these documents on time. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Um, you guys give me a second. I'm really trying to find, because I went to their website, you guys, and I'm really trying to find exactly word from word what they're saying about these fees, because I want you guys to get it. I don't want you guys to be stuck with a whole bunch of fees. Okay, here we go. So what penalties do individuals face for violating a BOI reporting requirement? Okay, as it's specified in the Corporate Transparency Act, a person who willingly violates the BOI reporting requirements may be subject to civil penalties up to $500 for each day the violation continues. That person may also be subject to criminal penalties or up to 2 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $10,000. Okay. Potential violations include willingly failing to file a beneficial ownership information report, willingly full filling false beneficial ownership information, or willing for failing to correct or update previously reported beneficial ownership information. You guys, please fill out these forms. All right, the penalties for this form, if you don't fill it out, like I said, like I read, it's $500 each day the violation continues, and you can face up to a 2-year imprisonment along with up to a $10,000 fine. Make sure you guys are filing these reports. If you guys do not know how to file these reports, if you guys are struggling, don't want to take a chance with it, reach out to your accountant. Reach out to someone that can help you. My firm will be offering services to help people for a small fee to get this properly filed and submitted to the federal government, because we do not want you guys to get fined. Okay. Especially as a small business owner. We all know as small business owners, every little bit of money counts. So we don't want to give our money away if we don't have to. All right. So just wanted to come, you guys, and share with you all what the BOI report is, because I want to make you guys aware. I want to tell you guys to go out to make sure you are filing these things properly. Make sure you are finding out whether you are exempt from this report or not. And then make sure you're doing the proper procedures in order to file these reports, because it's some steps that you're going to have to do before you can file this report. You have to go in and get a identification number and all that good stuff. So make sure you're following the proper steps. But if you are completely clueless when it comes to filing this report, seek help. Seek professional help. Okay. So all right, you guys. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Tips with T. If anybody wants to be a guest on the show, feel free to give me a email or to call me, send me an email or call me. My email is contact@mjfinancial.biz. You can call me. My number is 910-317-0396. If you guys are having issues with filling out these forms, please reach out to me. If you would like to render the service to get this filed for you, we will be happy. Me and my team will be happy to get you guys squared away when it comes to filing this form. Again, you can reach me at my number at 910-317-0396. You can shoot me an email at contact@mjfinancial .biz. Okay. So, all right, you guys, thank you for listening in to this episode of Tips with T. Be prepared. Make sure you're staying on top of these reports, and we will see you on the next episode of Tips with T.